Welcome back, Wash Up Walkons fans, episode 94 of the podcast. And we're not shitty podcasters. We had a guest lined up for you guys, and he just happened to have a little bit too much fun last night and ended up being a little hungover. So going to end up just saving that one, put it on the back burner for another time. And we're just going to come at you today with some unadulterated fun. Hopefully Kevin is in a good mood and ready to sling some great one-liners. And I don't know where this conversation is going to go, but it should be pretty fun.
Yeah, debatable on if we're shitty podcasters or not. I don't know if I think the verdict's still out. We're 100 episodes deep, and you're only as good as your last podcast. And I actually feel good about our last podcast. This one's coming out.
If anybody got to listen to it.
Yeah, some people did. I mean, if you didn't get to listen to the last podcast, you only got that 10-minute snippet.
Which was a good story in itself.
It's a real good snippet. Yeah, we had somebody lined up and fell through, but that's all right because this is a good time for us to sit down. The question and answer episode the other day was it was good, but we didn't talk. It was just straight up guided by you guys on the Twitter sphere, and we haven't had a time to really catch up since we got like Steve Manders on the podcast. 2.5 months ago. We've been hitting guests every single episode since then. So we're going to catch up here and maybe update you guys on our life, which isn't that great. And yeah,
Kevin's definitely having fun though, because Yunks is in town and Yunks is a great time.
Yeah, the high school buddies are in town. We've had a good weekend, man. We did a lot of good shit.
And the one and only Gervase is over there sitting on the couch?
He is about 4 feet away from me, yeah.
Could you ask him what he thinks about – the fans wanted us to create a shirt that says something about him getting better internet.
And being less cheap.
The fans want you to get better internet.
Better internet?
Yeah, any comment on that?
Get the hell out of my house.
He's telling me to get the hell out of his house. So
what a cheap ass! We're just gonna get a shirt that says Jake Gervase is a cheap ass.
Sell like hotcakes.
They'll sell like hotcakes. Every single Wash Up Walkons fan will have. Kinnick will be decked out in shirts that are just shitting on Gervase. That would be fantastic.
That would be fantastic.
So what's going on in the Wash Up Walkons lives? Well, there's some Hawkeye stuff going on. Luka Garza's still scoring at an alarming rate. And
he definitely should win National Player of the Year. If he doesn't, it's pretty rigged.
There's definitely some other there's definitely some other candidates. I don't think it's as I don't think this is even as far and away a win that Keith Duncan was for the Groza. But if Garza doesn't win National Player of the Year and we have to suffer Keith not winning the Groza and Garza getting snubbed, I'm done.
We're going to, though. Like, that's just kind of the Iowa curse.
I know. I mean, that's just bullshit. That's just bullshit, all right? Yeah, Kev, what's how's your guys' weekend in the we got those snaps. I saw a wild Josie Jewel this weekend.
Yeah, it was so Friday night we had a few of the boys back in town, man. Josie came down with Mick. They spent the night in Iowa City. We had a pretty good crowd at the Arbery household on Friday night. Felt like we were back in college for a little bit.
It looked like you guys were back in college.
Kevin, you are still in college.
Sometimes I am. Yeah, there was a bat in the garage.
Like Friday night to
there was a bat in the garage?
Yeah.
Kevin, we have experience with that.
Yeah. So, naturally I got called up to do my duty and had to take care of the bat.
So at the Benton house, we actually had 2 different occurrences with a bat.
You want to tell them the story about me when my leg was broke and the bat in the garage?
There's a bat in your guys' garage?
I don't remember anything about that story.
You don't remember this?
Nah.
Oh, you were in the house when that shit happened.
Dude, no. this storm.
Oh, you walked out into the garage.
I crutched out. I had so I had my leg fixed. I was on crutches.
It was
icy.
January
And,
of 17.
Yeah. All right. I was in the boot still.
Sure, or maybe.
But it was icy as hell. And I walked out in the garage because I was going from the front house to the back house. It was dark and the garage was closed. I flicked on the light, or maybe I hit the garage door and the garage light came on. Either way, the light comes on and all I see is a bat flying directly at my head. I scream and I duck and it missed me and it like doubled back and the garage door wasn't quite up far enough. So then I try and like sneak out the garage door with my boot on and I smack, like my feet slide out from under me, boom, hit the ground. It was a terrible scene. Screaming bloody murder the whole time.
So was that the time that then it flew in the house and it was?
I have no idea if it flew in the house. I was in the back.
On two separate occasions. So one, I was legit Harry Potter underneath the stairs in the front house of Benton. I was living in the cupboard and
one like crawled up through like the heating shaft or something.
It didn't crawl up through. It crawled somehow. It got in the attic, and then the attic there was it's super hard to describe, but there was an open hole in the bottom of the stairs that led up into kind of like I don't know, like if you busted open the drywall, all those parts of the house. And this house, first of all, Kevin, when was this house built? Like 1812?
1912.
Okay. So it was older. It was over 100
older
years
than the Titanic.
Yeah, correct.
The Titanic didn't make it. R.I.P.
Yeah,
right.
Yonkers telling me like the ceiling fell on him a couple of times, and he's.
That's not a lie. That actually happened. So this house was older than shit, and so like pretty just open access underneath these stairs up into the inner workings of our house. And a bat got in the attic, crawled down that hole, and Kevin and I were just sitting down talking one night, probably about Clash of Clans, and I'm like sitting, I don't know if you remember, but I'm like sitting in my doorway kind of against like that the side wall. And right next to me is the vent. And did you notice it or did I?
I don't remember who noticed it, but we just remember seeing like this little like brown furry ball. Like, what the hell is that?
I look over, I'm like, what the fuck? Kev, I jumped up because I don't deal with animals that aren't domesticated. All right. I don't deal with animals that aren't domesticated. So all of a sudden we have a bat issue, and it was a 30-minute ordeal. The other one was somehow Kevin's like, Kluver, there's a fucking bat in our house. All of a sudden I walk out into
and this thing's like flying around. Like the one in your room was just chilling there.
Yeah.
And then the other time it's like flying around. So we had to go get like our tennis rackets.
Right. So the way our house worked, it was just one room into the next with two big openings. It was living room into dining room into kitchen. And it was taking laps from kitchen to living room at lightning speeds. And this thing was on a mission. And so we've now just told a story about bats for the last 9 minutes.
Yeah, so we were having a little boom cup game going, and a bat started flying around. Nick Easley and Jake Gervase, they ran square out the garage. So I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta be the one to take care of them.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
Not surprised at all.
So yeah.
Now, does that just come with the territory of the man who makes the most money in the garage doesn't have to deal with the bat, or
I don't know. I'm just carrying this house. That's just apparently what I have to do here.
Now, can we get Yonk's opinion? Is Josh still there too?
Yeah.
So can we get their opinion on the weekend and how it went in Iowa City? And
gentlemen, how did you guys enjoy your weekend in Iowa City?
Great time as always.
Great time.
Shout out to Fania from Dandelion.
Oh yeah, so we were at Dandelion this morning. A fan came up and said, "Hey, love the podcast." So whoever you are, appreciate that. Any of y'all ever see us in public, feel free to come up to us, say hi. We appreciate it. It's cool.
What is Gervase is an idiot. Yeah, so that's good. How's the recent sports betting going, Yonks?
Yonker, any sports betting going recently? Like, you don't really do a whole lot outside football either, do you?
No, I mean, I told last time I was on the podcast, I talked about LSU. I mean,
Yeah,
you guys are still keep got that money in your pocket.
Yeah, he was on LSU. So. No, not a whole lot outside football.
We got to be able to. We need Yonkers at all times on call to just call in and just. That's really where we got to get this podcast to.
Yeah. Josh can fuck off though, right?
Absolutely. He can always.
I got to be honest. It's tough enough for the listeners with one long snapper on the podcast. It would be a lot.
It would be unbearable with a second one.
A second long snapper would be tough.
He said you're unbearable.
That's tough.
Greg, get out of here.
Josh, you're the kid. So I have a roommate, right? And you and my roommate are identical in the fact that you're easy to get along with, kind of, but you really need your ass whooped. And like,
wow,
I wasn't going to be the one to whoop your ass just because I don't know. I didn't want to be that guy. But sometime down the road, if somebody knocks you the fuck out, just understand it was coming for years from all the bull you talk, and then it's all good.
To be honest though, like he punches himself more than enough. The last 5 times I've seen this guy, he's lost something. So he lost his shoes, phone, wallet in Vegas. Somehow he finds it.
Jesus.
He comes to Iowa City last time, like back in the fall for a football game, loses his wallet, and we find it. Last night, he loses his Canada Goose coat at the fucking bar, and the next day, we managed to still find it. Perfect condition. Like, this guy loses stuff, like, you know the song Tequila Makes Your Clothes Fall Off? Like,
yeah.
This guy gets drunk, and he cannot keep stuff together. But he always finds it without nothing missing. Like, I'm like, Josh, we're going to find this coat. We left it at Brothers. And if they find it, they're probably just going to take it. 2, if they don't take it, it's probably just going to be absolutely trashed. And we get it back, and like this thing's in perfect condition. It looks like it got dry cleaned.
Now it doesn't surprise me at all that he wears Canada Goose.
Yeah, like
Josh is a well put together guy. He dresses nice. He represents himself well.
I'll say this: he's definitely the more attractive of the 2 long snappers.
But he played for a dog shit program.
Yeah, he had definitely less wins in college, so that's whatever.
So Josh was a long snapper at Indiana for the fans out there.
Right.
And also he's a great guy for fans out there that I just took a poop on him. That's just what we do on this podcast. Actually a good guy, one of Kevin's best friends. Still a shithead. I'd punch him in the face, but he's one of Kevin's friends.
Okay.
Wow.
Just hostility in the air. What else is going on? Women's basketball has won 35 straight at Carver. What? That's so good.
And I didn't know that we had some 5-star recruits on our team.
I know
we have recently.
I know we have a 5-star recruit coming in from Dowling.
Tania Davis was a 5-star recruit. Really? I saw that. It's pretty insane.
Dowling has some chick her name's Caitlin Clark. She's a McDonald's All-American. She scores 35 a game. And she's committed to Iowa. She's like the number 6 player in the country or something like that.
Thank you for not going to UConn.
Yeah.
Or Baylor.
That's not a joke. She actually scores 35 a game.
So did Joe Wieskamp in high school.
I know. And what is Joe doing? He thinks he can dunk on everybody, huh?
Well, it's
that guy. I didn't know.
Man, sometimes the shot isn't going. Sometimes you go through a slump where the rim isn't nice to you. When that happens, he just takes it off the dribble to the hoop, beats a double team, and puts a kid on a poster. So rest in peace to him.
Posters all over Iowa City, dude. Like, talk about guys from Muscatine being well known in the Hawkeye community. You're getting fucking forgotten, Drake. This guy is.
I've been telling everybody that I was not shit compared to Joe since he was like a sophomore in high school. So I've eaten that for a long time.
I didn't know.
Hey, Drake. Gervase says you gotta shave that shit on your face.
No, dude. I had this mustache for a reason. and it was going to all be tied in to the intro if our guest would have just showed up today.
And we're not going to release that guest's name because he will be on eventually, and then we'll talk about him. So yeah, it doesn't look good, but I'm not going to give a shit about it.
I think it looks great.
But this Joe Wieskamp guy is good at basketball. Like, I didn't know he was that good.
Yeah. I told you, dude.
I know.
He scored like 20 straight in a game in high school. Like a 20-0 run, Joe Wieskamp.
Yeah, and at this point, I think he could have just done that in any game whenever he wanted. Who stopped him on their weight?
Bettendorf was just like a really good team. They just didn't lose that much.
So if Joe would have had any kind of Robin to his Batman, they could have done it.
So it was bad.
It was bad. They had nobody.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna tell you that you, when I met you, would have for sure started in the post. For sure.
Wow, so that's bad.
We had a kid who
I started from Marshalltown.
We had a kid who should damn near hit his head when he walks through a doorway, and I'm not sure he could touch the rim.
No.
And yeah, Joe is it, but he scored 50 a game.
That's tough.
Took him all the way to the well.
Good for him. Now he's killing it. He's going to be an NBA player, which is good for him too. So Iowa basketball killing it. At the time of this recording, we've just beaten Ohio State most recently, pretty handily. Women's basketball on a roll, 35 in a row. And Carver, what else is happening? Iowa won the Big Ten regular season title for wrestling.
And they're about to win or beat Oklahoma State tonight.
And as we record this, they're wrestling Oklahoma State tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How about the Gypsy King?
Is that where y'all are going, Kev?
Yeah, we're gonna be leaving here in pretty damn soon. So
all right.
Yeah, last Hawks game, wrestling match in Carver of the year. Got to show these boys.
And that place should be pretty electric factory.
Dude, I can't wait, man. I'll tell you. I said a few times, Hawkeye Wrestling is like my favorite thing to watch right now.
Did they sell it out?
I don't think they sold it out. Oklahoma State isn't as good as they've been in years past.
Yeah, they're not.
They're like number 12 now.
It's interesting. I've had a couple people. What do you guys think about this? We'll discuss it on air. Had a couple people suggest trying to get two of the more popular girl wrestlers from the Iowa Wrestling Club. Her name is Forrest, I think, Forrest Molinari, and Allie Reagan. We should bring them on. We should bring them on.
Hell yeah.
You guys search them after the podcast. They're actually they're a good follow.
If the fans haven't figured out yet, we're not good enough at making content ourselves. We just have to kind of, mooch off other people's lives.
Yeah. So aside from just talking bullshit for the last 20 minutes, little reflection. Why or what do you guys think about our little run that we went on and some of the guests that we brought on? Any thoughts on that little spurt?
It's pretty cool. It was pretty cool because nobody had kind of talked like they talked on our podcast, like in interviews.
Favorite episode that we've done in the last 2.5, 3 months? I think honestly mine is still Gervase, which is sad.
I mean, the onion story.
The onion story, man.
That's an all-timer.
Kev, you should play pranks on Jake. You should leave cut up onions in his bed.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that.
Play onion dodgeball one day.
Yeah, just get a bunch of onions, start throwing them at him. Mix it into his food when he's not looking.
Yeah.
Oof. Y'all are some diabolical motherfuckers,
Right?
I mean, how allergic is he to it?
You know what? Knowing Gervase, it's probably like he just gets like a rash or something.
Right.
So this would be hilarious if you gave Gervase some roofies and then wrapped him up in onions like a mummy. So he woke up from a roofie nap wrapped up in onions like a mummy.
the hell is wrong with you?
Drake Kulik, everybody. Drake Kulik. I don't know what else to talk about. This is what happens when.
What about the Gypsy King, man? That was a big deal. That was cool.
Yeah, I don't know how much of our audience actually gives a shit about professional boxing and fighting, but it is a big thing in sports.
He's got a pretty cool story.
He sang, what was it, American Pie or whatever it's called, the song, in the ring afterwards. It's tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, big white guy takes on big
Chunky.
black guy, and
Chunky. He's a chunky dude.
He was a big fat white guy when he walked into the ring. He had his pants pulled all the way up like over his bottom ribs because he wants hiding all his fat.
If you met that dude in the grocery store, you'd just think, wow, this is just some big ogre that isn't good for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he just doesn't look like, but he can throw hands.
And he beat the fuck out of like the scariest dude on the planet.
Literally, the next Mike Tyson just got steamrolled.
Yeah, bad. I didn't watch any of it, but my brother did. We both ate Buffalo Wild Wings last night.
Yeah, and the ranch was hitting.
Oh, dude.
Listen to what I ate last night, dude.
Okay.
So started off with the Nashville hot chicken sandwich and the fries. Sheesh. Boom. With a pint of beer or whatever the big beer is. I don't know. And then
I don't know.
And then a dozen wings with another one. Walked across the street and got a crumble Butterfinger cookie.
Wow.
Dude, the best dessert of all time. And then some chips and queso.
Sheesh. I just rocked a water because health and
come on, man.
And 15 traditional honey barbecue. And let me tell you, if there was a way to fit an entire cup of ranch onto every single individual wing at Buffalo Wild Wings, I would do it. I mean, you've told the story of how I just put the empty bone into the ranch so I can suck it off.
Yeah, sometimes you just put a straw. you like here's a perfect Kluver move is he would get wings with ranch and a milkshake, and mid milkshake he would just be like, you know what? Take the straw out of the milkshake and put it in the cup of ranch, drink the ranch, and then put it back in the milkshake.
That's not true. And that the only reason that's not true is because the ranch at Buffalo Wild Wings is too thick to suck down. So otherwise I would have done it. What is this podcast episode? This is the fucking worst episode ever.
I don't know, man. We got canceled on last minute
we had to.
I don't know. We're in the off season. There's not anything going on. The XFL that kind of got.
I mean, James Butler is taking the XFL.
Talk to him after the XFL season. He's gonna come on here for sure. He's excited about it.
100%, absolutely. There's a bunch of other guys that I have listed too. We just short notice didn't have anybody.
I don't know. Ask Yunks what the most D-Gen bet he's put in a while is. He's got some great D-Gen stories.
Yonker, what's the most degenerate bet you've put in a while? I don't know. We're running out of content. I'm sorry. We have to use you.
I don't know. Probably some first halves of college basketball.
First halves of college basketball. That's pretty bad.
Of some teams like the Northeast Conference that I couldn't win. St. Francis of Pennsylvania.
Did you win though?
No, we lost. Got killed. We're like -7.5. I think we shot 12% from the field first half.
He says we.
How about the Hawks? No matter who the Hawks play on the road.
No, he's not a fan of betting on the Hawks.
Oh no.
Right? Because who they fuck you over against?
I don't know, someone. It was bad.
But Yonks, eventually every team is gonna fuck you over. You're not gonna have anyone to cheer for.
Yeah, but there's certain teams you got to put on a blacklist, you know.
Jesus Christ.
It's like the Fighting Illini on the 15-team parlay when you go 14-1 and Illinois in the money line against Eastern Michigan at home on homecoming night, I think. Just can't win the game. You know, that's kind of things you just say, hey, you know, you're done.
What was that 15-1 going to pay, Yunks? Because I think I'm about to throw up.
It wasn't that crazy.
It was like all money lines. It was like 100 to win 2,000, I think.
To win $2,000. Yeah, 100 to win $2,000 roughly. Because there's a lot of big favorites. You know?
$2,000 would feel good in the pocket, though. Man.
But Illinois couldn't beat Eastern Michigan. That was the only one.
Man. Lovey Smith, man. The fact that he still got a job is unreal.
The fighting black Santa Clauses.
We're done Wisconsin this year, though.
Then they turn around and beat Wisconsin 2 weeks later too.
Yeah, that just adds insult to injury at that point.
That really does hurt bad because they covered by like 37.
Yeah, one of the more interesting, confusing games of the college football year in the nation, I think. Man, yeah, we had. I mean, this is what you get, I guess. We had to bust out some content so that we had something to put out Thursday because during the week, at least one of us has a job on this podcast. So,
how was getting fired, dude?
Dude, I mean, let's talk about it. I hope I didn't. And the thing is, I think this is a Step Brothers quote. I wasn't fired. I was laid off. Okay. So, I guess
your mic's muted, Kev.
This is one of the more. I guess we talked about the most embarrassing things the other day in the question and answer episode, and so now I guess telling groups of thousands of people on a podcast that you do for fun that you got laid off. That's a new one.
Shit happens, man.
Let's see. Friday morning at the gym, I opened up and coached the morning shift. And without getting into too many details of the structure of the way these gyms are built, there's multiple locations that this one owner, he's started to franchise out in the area. So there's more opening, which self-speculation tells me that like that's taking a little bit of business away from the ones that were open before. And so, I coach the morning classes. I clock out. I'm getting ready to do my own workout after everybody leaves the gym. Gym's empty. And my boss gets a call who's been there for like 5 years. He's like the GM of that location. And he didn't seem too happy. So I go over, I get on the assault bike. And before I even get one pedal in on the assault bike, he's like, Tyler, come here. And I felt like I was getting called into
the principal,
like Coach Doyle's office, which is real unfortunate. And we go into the office and shuts the door and just straight up was just like, so we're going to have to let you go. And I was like, okay. And he goes into this big thing about how gym isn't doing as well and that as they thought they were. He was supposed to be getting a bump in position, like a district manager role. And so then the guy above me that's in between us was going to move into the GM of the gym and I was going to move up into his spot. Evidently that's not happening. And so yada, yada. Long story short, Polecat's out of work, got laid off. Friday's my last day. The insult to injury here is he's like, the nice thing is we're going to give you through this pay period. And Friday was halfway through the 2 weeks. So this Friday, actually tomorrow, if you're listening to this, or potentially today, if you are listening a day late, is my last day at the gym I work at. And Kluver dog is on the fucking job hunt. I don't know what's next. I'm going on vacation in 3 weeks. So
listen, man, you can make some decent money on Uber and Grubhub.
Dude,
you actually can.
I might have to just start.
I'm telling you, until the next one comes around.
Fuck, dude. You know what hurts?
Drake, are you Ubering down in Arizona? You Ubering around the old folks or what?
Nah, not at all.
You know what hurts though is this job was I'll be straight up making $15 an hour. All right. I'm getting paid basically.
You definitely make better than that doing Grubhub.
I'd make better doing that than a lot of things, but I love being in the gym. And that's why and I'm figuring out that, there's not a lot of coaching spots. Des Moines is actually a fairly saturated place for fitness and coaching. And there's just not a lot of coaching spots. And even if you do get one, most of them aren't that great. And my actual interests are kind of.
What about Drake U? You walk into Drake U and be like, hey, I went to school at Iowa and I played at under Coach Doyle. Do you guys need some strength coaches?
But that's the thing is where I'm moving with this is I don't know if CrossFit boy 19-year-old Tyler Kluver wants to be in the gym as for his profession anymore. 25-year-old Tyler starting to figure out that like family's coming soon. And I'm starting to realize that like when I have a kid, I want to be home during those normal hours, like not like, and be home with my wife and my kid. And so I'm going to end up at a desk job, and that's just what it is. I don't know what I'm going to do, but don't feel bad. No one feel bad for me. I'll be fucking fine. Don't offer. I mean, I'm not going to tell you guys what to do, but don't feel bad.
Go work at a Smoothie King and flex all day.
Dude, there is a Smoothie King right down the street from me.
Yeah.
The polecat will land on his paws. All right. His little paws will be fine. And you never know. I might be the next Kevin. We might both have real jobs. I'm considering, medical sales as an option.
Kevin was your boss?
I don't want Kevin to be my boss. So
well, then you can forget about a letter of recommendation.
I don't want you to be my boss, but
it sucks that Kevin is
Kevin,
so hot.
There's no fucking way, dude, that I would let you be my boss.
You know what? All you have to do is like shotgun a few bush lights, and I might consider interviewing you.
Well, first of all, it wouldn't work because I'm not coming to Iowa City, and we'll talk later. I was gonna text you anyway about some stuff, and Drake's of no use because he's fucking a okay boomer out in Arizona, and
the weather's beautiful out here.
I might just move out there. If I can convince Lauren to teach in Arizona, I might just move out there, move in with you.
Man, this is your chance. You can move to Tahiti right now if you want to.
Yeah, but it's not that easy.
I mean, it's pretty easy.
It is pretty easy. It is pretty easy.
If anyone out there listening to the podcast knows anything about real estate, has some advice where to start, hit me and Drake up because we want to start.
I'm learning it right now.
Yeah, I know, but that practical experience and some advice from people who have been there. Thinking about a lot of things, man. And I'm unfortunately, but also fortunately, going to have to maybe get like a real job where I have less time and we'll see. I'm done talking about it. There's nothing more to it. I got laid off, everybody. How was your Friday last week? Is that it? Are we done? I'm fucking pissed.
I feel like, I don't know, man. This episode went so sideways from the beginning, and I don't know. Welcome to Shitsville.
Yeah, no, but last thing I was going to say is the worst thing about being laid off is he's like, yeah, man, it's not your fault. Like you're just the newest guy it wasn't just me. Like there was 4 other people that got laid off as well. He's like, there's just nothing we can do. Like you didn't do anything wrong. It's just, we're just downsizing. And yeah, so your last day is Friday. You can say goodbye to everybody next week. And I was like, fuck, great, man. Sounds great, man.
That's terrible, dude.
Sounds great, man.
That is terrible.
It's whatever. I'll miss some of the people there, but I was already in my head since I've had this job, been trying to consider and figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I still don't know what that is, baby. So
I feel like I saw a stat back in the day that you get something like 7 or 8 jobs over the course of your working life. So
well, I'm going into number 3, whatever's next in the last 2 years. So there's that one. That's it. Fucking Hawks by a million. We're out. Is there anything else?
I don't think so, man. I can't wait to watch the Hawks win the wrestling meet. That's it.
Okay. 34 minutes of just ass content. But not ass content, because actual ass content would have been good.
That was the worst joke we've told on this podcast ever.
God, this is a shit show. I hate myself so much.
You're fired.
I got fired, and now I'm fired from the podcast. So that's that. Kluver got fired has probably got to be the name of the episode, and that's about it. Can we get a Hawks by a million from Yonk to end this motherfucker? God damn it.
Hawks by a million, baby.
That's
There you
it.
go.
That's it. Hope everyone has a better week than I'm having. See ya.